यहाँ पे arrangement था, but I'm running late on editing stuff. So you guys come with me, go on the road, do it on the road, right? You guys go and day in the life of J Hind.
So Shika Sanu, welcome back to Youth Nation, and as you all were demanding to do an interview with the one and only Desi hip hop king J Hind, so we are here with J Hind
On the road, guys.
on the road.
We're supposed to have this interview back in my place, but I'm running a little bit just behind schedule. So because of that, you guys get to ride with me a day in the life as well, same time.
Sure.
as I am.
We'll show you everything, every single thing, and we'll have a nice talk with the one and only J Hind. So first of all, my first question to J Hind is, how did this name J Hind came?
J Hind, right? I mean, everybody knows the meaning of the full form J
Yeah,
Hind.
yeah.
Right? So लोग कभी कल dot से confused हो जाते हैं. They think that meaning might be something else. But being born and raised in America, you have two types of desis, right?
Exactly.
जो बच्चे स्कूल में अंडर प्रेशर गोरे काले मैक्सिकन के कल्चर वहाँ ज़्यादा चलता है, सो बच्चे वो इन्फ्लुएंस में आ जाते हैं, and many of them start hiding their culture.
Yeah.
They leave their culture.
Right.
वो them वहाँ पे integrate हो जाते हैं. They speak, walk, talk, dress, everything Western.
Right.
हमारे में वो नहीं था. घर पे म्यूजिक चलता था, नाना कव्वाली करता था पूरा ग्रुप लेकर, तो हमारे वहाँ पे इन्फ्लुएंस था. डैड गजल्स गाता था एंड आल्सो भजन्स, रामायण, कीर्तन, ये सब रिलीजियसली चलता था. मॉम लव्ड राइटिंग म्यूजिक. सो आई एम सराउंडेड बाय माय ओन कल्चर. तो स्कूल में हमने क्या किया is instead of hiding or running from our culture, हमने जिसको कहते हैं double down. Meaning we doubled down and said no, we put our foot down and stand लिया कि यार हमारा कल्चर भी कुछ है.
बिल्कुल.
तो हम इससे हटेंगे नहीं, हम इससे शर्माएंगे नहीं. मैटर ऑफ फैक्ट उल्टा हम करेंगे, इसको लेकर हम प्राउड फील करेंगे ना, दूसरों को भी प्राउड करेंगे. तो हमारा मिशन यही था. And when I started rapping in the studio, they're like, what kind of name are you going to give yourself, right? So back then we used to do this thing called tagging. We used to have like wax pens, markers कि उससे अपना नाम amazing design में लिखो. तो वो competition रहता था. दीवार पे spray भी करो अपना नाम. So there was a movie out back then, cartoon called Aladdin and Princess Jasmine, right? Disney movie. So it was like the first time a proper Desi character was being seen in America on those TV screens, at least for our age group, बच्चे.
Yeah.
तो स्कूल में मुझे वो बोलने लगे. It started out again, कोई फन उड़ाने की कोशिश कर रहा था कि look, Aladdin को देख, आया आज fancy कर, you know, whatever. And instead मैंने घुमा के वो नाम भी positive बना दिया, Aladdin. I said okay, अब मैं इसे tag करूँगा ये नाम से. तो हम जाकर spray करके best designs बनाते थे graffiti का in Aladdin. But rapping के time वो नाम मुझे सूट नहीं कर रहा था. I was like नहीं यार, कुछ ऐसा सोचना है जो, remember I seen myself in America on stage. I never knew कि एक देसी hip hop एक चीज़ ही होगा. I never planned for that back then. Back then my thing was मैं Eminem को सुनता हूँ, Tupac को सुनता हूँ, Jay-Z को सुनता हूँ, Lil Wayne को सुनता हूँ, Ice Cube को सुनता हूँ, NWA को सुनता हूँ. तो I'm rapping only in English, pure English में rap कर रहा था. So I said in my mind, I was always a visualizer of the future. I didn't know कि back then it's called law of attraction, कि चुंबक बन के हम चीज़ खींच रहे अपने लाइफ में. मुझे कुछ नहीं मालूम था, बस मालूम था कि मुझे दिख रहा है कि मैं बड़े-बड़े स्टेजेस पे हूँ फ्यूचर पे, and white people को मुझे क्या कहलाना है, क्या नेम उनसे बुलवाना है.
Because over there a lot of new students, those who ever like the people who go from here in India to America and over there, so they face a lot of discrimination over there. So you are basically talking about that discrimination. You just change that discrimination into a positive field in a positive way, and just come up with a new idea. That's
discrimination is a war. It's an ongoing war, right?
Yeah.
Abhi bhi bahut zyada American schools mein there's bullying.
Yeah.
there's influencing each other in galat ways. You don't know that you can send your kid to the best school, but who are those other kids there? Even though some of them come from good middle class or wealthy homes, but घर में वो सीख के क्या आ रहे, क्या value school में ला रहे, so you have no control. You have to be very very on top of these things. So हमारे time में parents knew less. They were brand new immigrants in a brand new country. This country के बारे में उनको कुछ पता ही नहीं है. In a way, they learned about the country through us children.
Exactly.
Right? We were the explorers. So I finally said, you know what? What name do I want white people in the crowd screaming and saying over and over? So वहाँ पे I didn't want to think of my name, Dinesh or Aladdin. मेरे अंदर भी एक revolutionary है. And I don't know कहाँ से आया. वो पैदाइशी से है अंदर. शायद पहले जन्म में, लास्ट जन्म में कुछ जुड़ा होगा कि वो revolutionary feeling आज तक ये बंदा के अंदर, right? So that's where the name J Hind came.
Wow.
I said if I want a crowd screaming my name over and over instead of saying Tupac or Eminem, I want them to say J Hind. J Hind.
Wow.
So that's it. The name was selected because I wanted to make other people outside of India, even जो जात हमें तोड़ के गए, चित्र करके गए, उनसे मुझे बुलवाना था. मेरा वो था मकसद कि white people दुनिया भर से जय हिंद बोलो.
What a vision. Wow. So as you talk about the people who like when you started with this whole thing, so what are you feeling about the artists right now in today's world, about the new artists who are coming up?
I think that it's a gift to be able to see this, right? एक तोहफा है मेरे लिए. एक बीच में ये माइंडसेट नहीं था. जब शुरू में आने लगे जगह जगह से बच्चे, देन वो कॉम्पिटिटिव टाइम था हमारे लिए, राइट? वो माइंडसेट था कि यार ये हमारा बच्चा, देसी हिप हॉप हमने क्रिएट किए, तो हाउ डेयर अदर पीपल अपने तरीके से लेके चले जो तरीके हम, जो विजन हमारा नहीं है. बट वो माइंडसेट ओवर टाइम आई रियलाइज, मैन, लाइक यू नो, a fighter when he's in the ring and another fighter steps in, he's going to say यार ये कौन रिंग में आ गया, अब मुझे इसको नॉकआउट करना है.
Exactly.
But वो एक phase है, right? There comes a point where you're in the game long enough where आपको ये feeling आ जाता है कि whether we know each other or we don't know each other, चाहे हमारे बीच में कुछ bad blood या जो जिसको लोग beef कहते हैं, you know, battles जो मैं कहता हूँ, वो भी अगर किसी के साथ हो गया, doesn't matter. Even if I don't like somebody in the past or they don't like me, the big journey, man, when we all get to a certain age and we're all old and we look back, we're gonna say to ourselves, yaar ye ek parivar tha. Because after a while you realize, right, ki we're like, no matter what, whether we know each other, whether we like each other, whatever it is, whether we agree with each other's music or not, whether we're from different places, end of the day, we're a fraternity, meaning we are gonna look back one day and say, yaar, isse mil leta, ye kar leta, iske saath kuch side kar leta, to kya feeling hota, right? The more time passes, the more even whoever you might have been competitive with, even wo precious ho jata hai, wo memories, wo thing, and we're gonna look back one day, let's say everybody makes it to be old man with gray hair and gray and bure ho jayenge, तब ये नाराजगी नहीं रहेगा जो अभी कंपटीशन में होता है. वो सब प्रेशियस मोमेंट, बंदा अगर एक दूसरे को देखेंगे भी तो ठीक से मिलेंगे, एक कंपटीशन लेवल हो जाता है, वो चला जाता है आफ्टर अ व्हाइल. आई मीन लुक एट हनी पाजी, बोहेमिया पाजी, बिल्कुल, वो कितना भी पास्ट में फैन बेसेस भी एक दूसरे के साथ टॉक्सिक, एग्जैक्टली, बट जब वक्त बीत गए, दोनों बंदे को मैच्योरिटी आ गया, जब वो एक दूसरे से मिले, देन फिर भी एक उनके लिए एक खुशी की बात था, राइट?
An artist meeting an artist is a different feeling.
It's a different feeling, man. So sometimes it's easy in this digital world to have instant emotions, but once you meet each other, you realize, man, I'm meeting a person here. ये भी मेरे तरह, इसके पास dreams है, aspirations है, struggle है, जो भी है, man. So over time, the more you see that, the more you experience that, the more you realize, you know, love feels better. Love and positivity feels better.
Exactly. You mentioned that digital thing. In digital era, there are a lot of beefs going on. How do you see the modern world and the past world, the past music industry, when there were cassettes and all?
Yes.
And now at this time we are like surrounded with this digital thing.
It's a blessing and a curse, right? For instance, when we started, there was not even Facebook.
Yeah.
There was no Instagram. All these things came after we started
Afterwards,
making
yeah.
music. What we had is my gaddi, we had the trunk of my gaddi, and we had CDs in the trunk.
CDs, yeah.
You know, and we used to print CDs and you know work on the album cover, name, पीछे thank yous रहता था कि you know I want to give, बंदा लंबा speech लिखता था कि जैसे कोई बहुत बड़ा ग्रैमी हम जीत गए हैं और वो mindset था though. We already had that mindset, so we're already thanking people and giving special thanks as if though we're standing on some big stage receiving an award, right? And that time was a very different era. Right now is a different era. Right now क्या होता है is you know
pros and consequences goes
it is man, because we used to wait for somebody's album. But जब album आता था तो CD हम खरीद के उसको खोल के you know beginning to end पढ़ते थे.
बिल्कुल.
वो हम slowly रिश्ता बनाते थे आर्टिस्ट के साथ.
Right.
आज तो एक ही दिन में 10 नए आर्टिस्ट को बंदे चक लेते हैं. हाँ ये नहीं पसंद. जो बंदा ने साल भर अपने प्रोजेक्ट पे काम किया, बंदे लोग 5 मिनट सुन के बताते हैं मुझे ये पसंद है या पसंद है या नहीं. But they don't know the work that these young artists are putting in, right? So that's what you have to always respect. In artistry, you have to be able to, even if you have your own opinions,
right,
you have to be able to respect artists' music, right?
Exactly.
It's separate.
Exactly.
You know?
Is there any mentor for you?
For me, I wish I had a mentor, man. That's why मैं इतने सारे नए artists को mentor करते रहता हूँ, because I didn't have that. We had no mentors. We had to learn the hard way. You know, bohemia 𝐍𝐃 didn't have a mentor. I didn't have a mentor. If anything, we try to mentor ourselves, and then we chose people industry में जिनसे हम कभी मिल भी नहीं पाए आज तक, और जिसको हम दूर से as an example चुन के हम बस उनसे सीखे and उनके examples लिए, you know, like end of the day, you know, you have companies out there that have been around a long time, and there's people that run those companies, and you look and you're just like, wow, from a distance you have to say, I respect their business moves. Exactly. You know, like we watched 50 Cent's journey. As a businessman, I cannot salute 50 Cent enough, man. Even Snoop Dogg. If you really see the empire that man has built, he is, you know, the definition of just say Nipsey Bhai bol raha hai, all money in, no money out. Snoop does not let no money out. And if you speak to his team, even about a show or anything, they're not gonna negotiate with you, brother. If it's $200,000 for a show, it's $200,000 for a show. No higher and no lower. No higher, no lower, and he would say no. He'd rather say nahi mujhe nahi karna. Exactly. He's a brand. Obviously, he's a brand. वो अपना जगह पे रखता है. So I respect the businessmen at the end of the day, and the ones who are still around. You know, Jimmy Iovine. You know, that man has been pulling strings behind the scenes for years. So mentors, these are the kind of people, man. Have you mentored anyone or? I mentor people every day, brother. I'm blessed to be able to do that. Wow. I'll be on a daily basis. I believe any of the younger brothers that are around me, anytime I spend with them, if I'm saying something, they better be listening and learning, right? Because, again, I didn't have anybody to polish us. That's why maybe it took so long to do certain things in life. Even to this day, nobody wants to give you information for free. Exactly. Everybody wants to make you pay a price for information. I do the opposite. I want to give into the world what I want the universe to give back to me. Wow. So until you give, how can you expect for the universe to make it rain on you? Exactly. Right? Exactly. How did this KDM started? So tell me about the journey, because every single person, from an aged person or from a new beginner or whatever, he's just listening to those songs, those tracks, Bohemia 𝐍𝐃, you and all. Jana Jana was the first track, I think so. On the channel, it was one of the first tracks, yes. And what about the other one, Nishana with Deep Jandu? Is it Nishana was the first track or Jana Jana was the first track? Nishana was my track with Deep Jandu, but it's not on Kali Denali. Okay. It came out through VIP UK, VIP Music Group, right? And it was the first song of mine that where I met Deep Jandu. Wow. He reached out, email, said, I'm a big fan of yours and I would like to collaborate with you. And I didn't know him. I didn't even know his face yet until he landed. I just love the music that he sent. And the minute that brother landed, from that day to this day, he has the same rule, same energy, same love, same respect, and same smile on his face and his eyes, brother. And I just gotta say, God sent me a blessing there because he's a hero in this industry. He's one of the best human beings I ever met, and in my top 3 of best artists I ever met in my life. You know.
Wow. So working with bohemia Bhaji,
Yeah.
that's a different feeling, and every single newcomer, whatever level he is, he just want to work with bohemia.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think about that, like working, you and bohemia are all together and you started this empire KDM.
Right.
So from where that empire KDM started?
It started first and foremost before it ever started. Meaning
Okay.
it started from the song. The song is Kali Denali, which is Bohemia Paji's song, which lit the fire to the whole scene, right?
Exactly.
That I can safely say that if there's any one song responsible for the birth of Desi hip hop, Indian hip hop, South Asian hip hop, it is that song. Kali Denali gave birth to Desi hip hop as a genre. So everybody, that's the one thing that they cannot deny, is that song gave them the lane that they're walking into.
Exactly.
Right. So that song inspired the name, because we were searching for a name. Right. I was in LA at that time. Bohemia Paji was in the Bay Area.
Okay.
He's since moved to Vegas.
Okay.
And we had a brother back then as well, together with us, by the name of Haji Springer.
Yeah, Haji Springer. Yeah.
So Haji Springer and Bohemia were trying to come up with a name. There are a few other names I think that happened, and at the end of the day, everybody decided that Kali Denali would be cool because yaar Gana bhi hit hai. Chalo label ka naam bhi rakhte Kali Denali.
Wow.
And back then, Bohemia Paji, he would do his own covers. He would design his own graphics, posters, albums. So even this logo, it was just a mindset. You know, he just sat himself one day and he likes skulls. He's into studying about things that have to do with Tupac, things that have to do with keeping your mind illuminated. This whole joke about what is Illuminati, what is not Illuminati, wo bhi thoda aa gaya, but he played off of it where it's not an Illuminati crossbone, it's actually a bone with a pen, because we value education, we value knowledge, right? And so the logo came to life, the company name came to life, but when it came to actually putting content there and going out in the world and looking for artists and saying, you know, let's make this a platform and let's give other people chances, that's where I went to work.
Wow.
You know, Bohemia Paji turned to the team back then and said, guys, this is Jay's thing. He's gonna run it. What he says, how he says, we're gonna do that, right? I trust him. He's gonna be the one to run this ship, because Bohemia had to focus on Bohemia. That's its own engine, its own machine that we had to keep running, right? So that's it, man. We started releasing our own projects, our own things, and eventually, obviously, that channel went into galat hands. And since then, for the last year and a half, I'm fighting for its freedom. And God willing, very shortly, in a matter of a few weeks before this year is over, things will be where they're supposed to be. Back again. Pray about that. Right? And then 2024, it's about to take over time.
Wow, sir. And your project with Ninja,
yes,
like it's a hit. That big hit. When that track came up, just reels and reels and reels. Every, I think, third reel on Instagram were with that throw.
100%.
So, tell me about that thing. How it come up?
You know, when you follow your voice, and you show up, that's when the magic happens. Life, mein, you have to do two things. You have to follow the voice from inside, and then when the voice says get up off of your lazy ass and go somewhere, you get up and you go there. Right? Showing up is half the magic. So I showed up to India. This is about 6 months ago when I, reached out to my brother Deep Jandu, and I was in a certain zone after Sidhu Bhai's death that I didn't want to really create anymore. After seeing people pull out their cameras, and instead of helping him, more people had their phones out
exactly.
It shattered my
Yeah,
heart
that
कि किसके लिए हम ये कर रहे हैं,
disastrous.
on fan base. क्या मुझे कुछ होगा, सामने में गिर जाऊंगा या कोई मुझे ठोक देगा, आप लोग क्या करोगे, कैमरा लेके मेरा भी वीडियो उतारोगे, तो देन किसके लिए मैं कर रहा हूँ, तो वो फीलिंग ही चला गया. But few months later, 6 months later, as an artist, बंदा मिस करेगा अपना, just to make music, right? So I called Deep Jandu Bhai. I said, listen, man, this is how I've been feeling. I've been a little bit down, but I want to come out of this, man, and I want to focus now on my music. For the first time in my life, मुझे अपने आप पर as an artist focus करना है, which I never did that in this whole career. I've always been supporting and behind everybody, helping other people in their life. But it was time to help J Hind, right? So J Hind was like, who's gonna help J Hind? So finally, I reached out to my brother Deep Jandu, and I said, brother, I need to work on my album. Deep Bhai said, bro, I'm in Mohali right now. I'm gonna be here for 1 month. I have my own flat in the Falcon. Come, brother. We have our chef. We have our studio. We have everything. You just come. So I was still in doubt, but I again had to listen to that voice, and I believe that showing up is half the magic. Chahe plan na ho, chahe you don't even know aap wahan pahunch ke karoge kya 100%. I said no, I have to go. Jumped on my plane with no real plans, just my bag. And I landed in Delhi to Mohali. Came and saw my brother Deep Jandu.
Wow.
And we never worked on my album. We came, and to this day we haven't worked on my album because Deep Bhai is like a machine.
Yeah.
वो कहीं पे बैठ जाता, दुकान खुल जाता है. Right? And so artists started coming, and any artist that's coming to the studio to work with him, if I'm sitting there, he would always play the beat and be like, Jay, इस पे थोड़ा rap करके दिखा दो, how would it sound?
Wow.
So I would sit there and do a rap, and whatever artist was there working on their song, they'd be like, Jay Paji, how much for that verse? Jo bhi aap kar rahe ho, how much to do that?
Wow.
So we must have did that with like 20 studio sessions. 20 days I'm sitting there in the studio working on things, but every time an artist comes, they would leave with a J Hind verse.
Wow.
So that's something that my brother Deep did for me, you know. So one of those days, you know, Deep Bhai played a song for me by then. As soon as he played it, the minute he played it, I had goosebumps.
Oh.
Goosebumps. I heard it and right away I knew this is special, this is a hit. And that was that song, Death Row, right?
Death Row.
Then that evening I met Ninja Bhai for the first time when he was playing that song for me. And we hit it right away, man. Me and Ninja Bhai, like, we just met. And that guy is such a legend, such a giant in the industry. But jo humbleness, jo uske andar jo रूह है, जो positivity वो बंदा is always emitting. Again, you know, वो कहना है, birds of a feather flock together.
Wow.
कि जो birds, अभी आप eagle को कौवा के साथ नहीं देखो. कौवा के साथ रहते हैं, eagle के साथ रहते हैं. तो दीप जांडू भी एक eagle है, and वो eagle के साथ ही आता है. तो उसके साथ जिनको भी मैं मिलता हूँ, whoever I meet to my brother Deep Jandu, they're on that supreme level of energy, man. वो मैंने अंदाज कर लिया लाइफ में, right? So Ninja Bhai is one of those, and Ninja Bhai and me, हमारा दोस्ती इतना fast friendship brotherhood हो गया through just that song. It's a blessing, man. Again, I came to India thinking I'm going to work on my album, then I'm going to leave here with my project, but instead I left with Brothers for Life.
Wow. Wow.
And that song did it, man. Everywhere I go, it's still playing, like you said, reels everywhere.
Single thing.
Death Row is a certified hit, man.
Certified hit, like Geddy Root and all. People are playing that song and just doing Geddy stuff.
It's a blessing, brother. And then the more these kind of things happen, the more it should humble you. Jitne bhi bade tracks aayega, we're not gonna be the guys who are like, yeah, you see that? I told no. It's more like, thank you, God, thank you. Itne saalo hum lage. Thank you, God, for still allowing us to create things jo logon ko pasand aaye. Right? That's the blessing. Okay, bro. I think we're here. So, बाकी interview हम
Sure. Let's go.
Right? We'll see you guys inside. are in Zirapur, in my brother's facility, Raja Films Productions. And ये हमारा भाई हमीद भाई है जो बहुत सालों से अब जो भी हमारे personal projects है हमीद भाई does all of our. This is his company, so his team is for staff हमारा editing, color correction, DI, VFX, green screen work, जो भी है, all the way from the back in the Ekdin days with the game, वो level का भी काम. That's our brother.
So tell me about your future projects.
That's the exciting part, right? Musically, J Hind का शुरुआत as an artist, लोग सोच रहे अपने mind में 15 साल जो भी है ना, but as an artist, I just started literally 6 months ago. तो 6 महीने पहले मेरा शुरुआत था, like I told you, दीप जंडू भाई के पास आया था and we started working on all these projects. वहाँ से guys like Ninja भाई, projects with Deep Jandu bhai, projects with Wazir bhai, have things in the work with 𝐇𝐈𝐍𝐃 bhai, and many other artists. Abhi Honey Baji ke saath bhi baatein chal raha hai. I've been sending him tracks, you know. So let's see what he likes, and wahan se hum kuch.
You mentioned Wazir Patar. So what was the experience in Street Knowledge album?
Amazing, man. Wazir bhai is true lover of West Coast original sound. I mean, if you look at him, he follows Easy E. हर आर्टिस्ट को छोड़कर जो ये दुनिया में है ही नहीं अभी, right? But I believe that he is a true personification of when somebody that's true to अपने own roots, पंजाब के roots, अपना पंजाबी roots, but still so well educated in West Coast hip hop कि अब वो एक West Coast hip hop का टुकड़ा बन गया है, वो represent कर रहा है worldwide. So I'm very proud of him, and to work with him is like कोई अपना own जिगर का टुकड़ा मुझे मिल गया. Like I feel like it's a perfect match in many ways, right?
I heard that track. It was amazing. Like the way that beat bumps and the way your voice over there.
Yes.
Just killed it.
And Wazir bhai sent something special for my album too.
Wow.
So album पे काम चल रहा है. अभी Ninja bhai के साथ we have a new track called, we're revealing the name, it's called Brahmastra, and Brahmastra is coming in a matter of weeks. So by the time you guys see this, I don't know if it will be out already. Marketing शुरू होने वाला उसका, so you guys will see Brahmastra coming very soon.
We saw your clip in Same Beef, you and Bohemia Paji along with Sidhu Moosewala.
Yes.
Tell me your experience with Sidhu Moosewala.
I wish I had a lot more experience with Sidhu bhai. Like all of us, you know, wish we had endless time with him. But main thing I remember when he came to LA, the pehla baar wo LA aaya tha, and for Same Beef time when we met him.
He came over there, he came alone, I think.
He came alone.
Wow.
No bodyguard, no security, no management. Alone, solo dolo, जो हम कहते हैं ना. And he loved LA. Loved LA. When we were standing on the rooftop, just seen it, and he was looking out, and I walked up next to him, and he's like telling me and Bohemia Paji, he's like, I wish, you know, Punjabi में Paji से बोल रहा था, but for everybody at home, he basically said, part of me wishes कि LA में मेरा भी पैदाइशी हो, कि मैं क्यों नहीं LA में पैदा हुआ था. Like
the team out here, Kali Denali Music, we are hosting Sidhu. We have him here in our little nagari, and we're doing a little shoot. And big boss J Hind is over here, overseeing everything personally, physically, just making sure everyone's having a good time. Whatever street we want to go to, wherever we want to go, just sit down wherever we want to walk around with love and respect. And I hope Sidhu's having a good time. I don't know, मैं Sidhu को आपको पूछ ले, Sidhu enjoy कर रहे हैं कि नहीं?
मैं उदा भाई ਨਾਲ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦਾ ਸੀ ਵੀ ਮੈਂ ਲਾਸਟ ਮਾਰਚ ਆਇਆ ਸੀਗਾ ਵੀ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਵਾਰ ਇੱਥੇ, ਤੇ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਮੈਂ ਘੱਟੋ ਘੱਟ 8-9 ਵਾਰੀ ਐਲੇ ਆ ਚੁੱਕਿਆ. ਮੈਂ ਇਵਨ ਜੇ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਕਹਿ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀਗਾ, ਮੈਂ ਵੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਲੱਗੇ ਹੋ ਵੀ ਇੱਥੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਹੋ ਜਾਂ ਬੋਰਨ ਹੋਏ ਹੋ ਨਾ, ਤੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਵਧੀਆ. ਇਵਨ ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ ਤਾਂ ਹੈਗਾ ਹੀ ਹੈਗਾ ਸਾਡਾ ਨਾ, ਵੀ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ ਨੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਕੁਝ ਦਿੱਤਾ. ਮੈਂ ਕੀਤਾ ਭਾਈ ਨਾਲ ਵੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦਾ ਸੀ ਵੀ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ ਨੇ ਬਣਾਇਆ ਹੈ ਨਾ, ਵੀ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੀ ਧਰਤੀ ਇਹੋ ਜਿਹੀ ਧਰਤੀ ਵੀ ਜਿਹਨੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ, ਪਰ ਇੱਥੇ ਆ ਕੇ ਵੀ ਸਾਡਾ ਆਪਣਾਪਨ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਕਿ ਹਨਾ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਘੈਂਟ ਹੈ ਨਾ, ਵੀ ਜਿਵੇਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਟਾਈਮ ਦੇ ਜਾਣਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ.
That's how much he loved the culture, just staring there because of Tupac, Dr. Dre, all the people who he was influenced by as well musically, right? So I just remember his love for the culture, man. और culture को कहाँ उसको ले जाना. Last thing before we lost him, 3 घंटे पहले So the answer, हमारे बात चल रहा था, we were just got off the phone, and I get a notification right after हमारा phone conversation कि सिद्धू मूसेवाला mentioned you. तो मैं जाकर देख रहा हूँ उसने कोई बातों में कि आज नया हमारा Daddy's Home का teaser आया है. So he went himself and shared it, right? That was the online. That was the last thing Sidhu bhai ever did, share my song. So abhi bhi,
even it was my dream to just meet him,
right?
But जो भगवान की नहीं सी नहीं मिल पाया.
He's everywhere, brother. He's never gonna die. Legends never die.
Never die.
So our brother is alive forever through his music and through everybody who, all the youth,
exactly,
जो उसका message आगे ले जाएंगे.
He was motivating everyone. He is motivating everyone, and he will be motivating.
He will forever motivate everyone.
Yeah.
Real talk.
Wow. As we know that a lot of artists do shows and all that kind of stuff worldwide. When you are not on stage, you might be feeling. I think every artist feel anxiety and pressure and everything. How do you figure it out and just?
The anxiety is there in the beginning, right? बाद में that anxiety turns into something more like excitement, right? And वो मंच पे आना, वो stage पे आना, it's what you live for at a certain point. Meaning that we live for our family, we live for it, but in your work world, in your professional world, that's when you're really, an artist is really 100% that artist. Meaning you do everything, the studio work, everything, to go on that stage and perform it live for the people, right? So for me at this point, no, there's no nervousness, there's nothing. That's actually the moment we feel the most alive.
We usually saw that a lot of people, some people are not satisfied with your songs or tracks, or some haters kind of stuff. They used to just poke you in the live show and all, just used to demotivate you in some or other way. Every single person who's just doing his shows or whatever, there might be some persons who hate you.
It's awesome. If you don't have haters, then आप अपना काम सही से कर नहीं रहे. जब तक haters ना आएगा, then how do you know you're doing something right? So when you do something so good, that किसी और का अंदर आपका काम देख के hate पैदा हो जाए, then आपको वो then अपने आप से बोलना है कि हाँ अब मैं सही काम कर रहा हूँ, right? So I love it. I send blessings even to my haters. I love them because without the haters, I would never know how good of a job I'm doing. And hate is a product of somebody seeing what you are doing, and they're really angry at themselves. That why can I not do this? So haters are actually this. So haters, चुपचाप अंदर अंदर वो आपका सबसे बड़ा फैन है. इतना बड़ा फैन है कि वो अपने आप महसूस नहीं कर पा रहे हैं कि ये इतना फीलिंग क्यों आ रहा. तो वो फीलिंग को अंदर अंदर instead of excitement, वो उसको जलन महसूस करके then अपना रूप दिखा देते हैं ना.
And what's your creative process?
Creative process is just turn a beat on, man. Play music, and God, I'm very thankful to Bhagwan for one thing is that मैं अपने आप कभी explain नहीं कर पाऊंगा कि ये gift of writing कहाँ से आया, कैसे आता है, and especially in freestyle.
Wow.
Like to turn on a beat and be able to freestyle to any beat for hours endlessly. I don't know where that gift came from. I cannot explain it. मुझे भी नहीं मालूम कि अगर freestyle कर रहा हूँ तो next शब्द क्या है जो मैं अभी मैं बोलने जा रहा हूँ, right? तो लोग surprise होते हैं, पर उनको नहीं मालूम कि अंदर मैं भी surprised हूँ when I'm listening to my freestyle as I'm doing it. Because you don't know what your brain is about to tell your mouth to say to some degree, right?
Exactly.
So my creative process is just one word: flow.
You know, a lot of hustlers, you know, a lot of people are doing good work, really good work.
Yes.
But in some or the other way, like you told that if you don't have haters, you are not doing it in a good way.
Right.
But what's your message to those people who are working hard, who are just putting on their work in every single day? And what's your message to them? Like how they can ignore that hate and just focus on their project, focus on what they are doing right now?
By simply just burying yourself in your work, right? Hate is not something to focus on. वो तो जीवन भर मिलेगा. So why focus on it? You just know it's there, you acknowledge, and you know there's many things in life that are not good, but you don't wake up and focus on them, because what we are is magnets, chumbak, एंड हम जिस चीज के बारे में सोचेंगे, जिस चीज अपने माइंड में रखेंगे, हम वो चीज को और अट्रैक्ट करेंगे. तो इफ यू फोकस ऑन haters, you might attract more and more because you're focused on that. But if you're focused on waking up and morning से जब shower up on करते हो, पानी आपका सिर पे आता है, if you start washing away doubts, wash the haters, वो सब drain में जा रहे हैं, and now you just think about आपका जो भी dreams है, ख्वाहिशें, whatever your wishes are, जो भी आपका goals है, close your eyes and just see that. See कि वो पूरा हो गया है आपका ड्रीम्स, आपका सपने. अगर गड्डी है then you're already driving it. Go to the dealer, वो गड्डी में बैठ, ट्रायल मार, स्मेल अंदर कैसे ब्रांड न्यू गड्डी का स्मेल आ रहा है, वो चीजें कर जो अपने लाइफ में आप अट्रैक्ट करोगे, whatever your goals are. So making amazing music and having people love your music is a goal. Just keep working hard, don't get distracted, and already vision where you're standing, what stage are you on, how is the crowd cheering for you. Are you winning awards? Are you buying your parents a new house? Vision that. The haters are distractions. Forget all distractions.
You remember your first track?
Yes.
Can you do some words over here?
It was my first track ever. Was a song called Special Delivery. Okay. Right? And I wrote it to my mom. I said special, special delivery, special delivery, special delivery for someone special. Dear Ma, I know I caused you pain. Seen your son locked up, caused you so much strain. Right? So I'm talking about how I was locked up as a youngster. And Ma ko itna dard aa raha from that. She got pain. And she would have to see her son going through bad shit. And it caused her so much strain. But it's it.
My favorite track is Purana Wala. So could you please do a verse, sing some lines for?
I got you, man. So my favorite part from my verse in Purana Wala is they say the revolution will never be on TV, yet the inqilab is zindabad, CD after CD. You know what I'm saying? CD after CD.
CD after CD.
At this stage, I'm just happy that young brothers like you are still loving and enjoying songs like Purana Wala.
Do love, brother. You know? We grew up listening to those tracks. Kali Denali, KDM, everything. Me and my brothers were there. And I think audience will not know that, but my brothers at the back doing all this work, all this hard work.
Okay.
It's just amazing. We used to jam on it. We used to just listen to it every single day. We meet up in parks and all, in markets. Just pull out the phone and just play it. At that time, it was Bluetooth era, and we used to buy that coupon for Netpack and just put on our devices and just download that thing. It was amazing. That era was amazing. Desi and all of the tracks like Jane Jana even, and Prane Wala, a lot more. Every single track killed it. Every single collaboration. And wherever the KDM is, we are there.
That's right.
We are there. We are there to listen it.
KDM, man. Alive and well. KDM, the rebirth, 2024. You guys just stay tuned, man. I don't want to say much. You guys just get to see it. Right?
Let's go.
That's right, man.
One word for bohemia.
One word
How
for
you describe bohemia in a single word?
Poet. Mirza Ghalib. You know what I'm saying? That's it, man. So this is where we come to chill, भाई.
Yeah.
जब edit में थोड़ा break लेना, fresh air. हम यहाँ rooftop पे आ जाते हैं, छत पे.
What a nice atmosphere.
Wise, man. We're here in Zirakpur, man.
So, we're gonna play a rapid fire round with you.
Let's do it.
Okay? So my first question is your top performance, your top venue where you performed.
Man, so many amazing venues, but recently एक show में बहुत अच्छा feeling आया था. It was DTU.
DTU. Okay.
Yeah, Delhi Technical University, right? So I was there with my young brothers. Stage जैसे माए दिन में show था next day, but audience को पता नहीं था तो कितने audience night before आ गए थे. हमें show करना ही नहीं था, पर पता चला कि वहाँ काफी fan base आ गए थे.
Wow.
So we went and gave them a show that night, one night before, जो show देना ही था.
Wow. So second question is your dream project.
Man, my dream is one day to work with 𝐇𝐈𝐍𝐃.
Wow.
Yeah, that's my dream, man.
Wow. An instrument you love to play?
I play dholak.
Dholak.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna play a game with you.
Just play, man.
I'm gonna give you 3 words, and I want you to freestyle on it.
Let's go.
So my first word is ice,
Okay.
then chain, and then whip.
Okay. Ice, chain, and whip, huh? Okay. Chilling here with my brothers, feeling really nice. We're in Zidakpur because we paid the price. We did what we had to do to change our whole life. But people try to judge us with cars, brands, and our ice. Shit. They don't even want to see the pain. All they want to see is the shine on the chain. And I'm telling these people, man, y'all don't even know that the price was pain. The price was struggle. The price is what we paid. We do this every day so all of our brothers can get paid. This is freestyle. It's off the top of the dome. I'm here with my brother. He's about to let it be known. Everybody about to see a left, right, center view when you listen to what he did in this goddamn interview.
Yeah.
Freestyle, right?
Brother.
Love, man.
So that's it for today. We spent a day with one and only J Hind. Hopefully you liked it. They support karo jinna ho sake new talent nu. That's a message from my end. And what's the message from your end, brother?
The message is just love you guys. Everything we do is for you guys. And stay ready, man. 2023, we're about to end it with a bang. Brand new song coming with Ninja Bhai in just a couple of weeks. Produced by Deep Jandu and Devilo Bhai in conjunction. So you guys be on the lookout for that. And both side projects are there, but I don't want to talk about them no more. Just want to let you. Exclusive
thing.
Dekhte jao. Love, man. See you.
Wow.